All right, guys. We are here today. Honestly, Bitcoin going crazy amounts. Bitcoin breaking highs. Look at this number. Bitcoin up to 83,000, roughly 83K. I'll put this up on screen. We got a lot of big stories to talk about so far this morning. The bond markets are closed today, just a heads up. So the bond markets are closed. Bitcoin is breaking highs, and we got a lot more to talk about. Make sure this is actually where Bitcoin is. As we get started with the stream, understand I might be terrible at this stuff, have no idea what I'm talking about. Do not copy me. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable. If you lose, you always make sure you have your own assessment. Understand CFTC 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations. Guys, now, I got a new soundboard. Let me know if the sound is too loud. Honestly, I was really trying to get the sound. I watched The Karate Kid last night with my son, and at the very end of it, there's a very famous quote, and it goes something like, "Johnny, you're a cream puff." And I honestly, I was really trying to get it from my soundboard. I couldn't find a downloadable file, as well as I don't know if it's copyright free, so I just kind of stepped away from it. But yeah, we got a lot of crazy stuff going on today. Bitcoin, guys, if you look at Bitcoin up here, right? Bitcoin at 83,000. But let me know what the sound is. We got this new soundboard. Yeah, we got this new soundboard. Let me know what the sound is like. If it's too loud, if it's not loud enough, what you guys think it's gonna be. Yeah, the sound should be good. Is this too loud of music, right? I could turn it down a little bit. It's loud. Okay. Let me know if this is better. I turned the sound down substantially. Can y'all hear it? Let me know if you can hear it. Yeah, Coinbase is going to be up big. The NASDAQ is up big. The SPY is around lifetime highs at $600. Bitcoin all the way up to 83,000 for Bitcoin. 83,000. So Bitcoin honestly up a huge amount. The SPY up a huge amount. Indexes and futures are up a huge amount. Nvidia pumping up. Taiwan Semiconductors is down big. Nvidia almost up to $150 a share right here. So you can look at Nvidia. You know, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Like I said, man, it's a crazy busy day. Yeah, so the U.S. ordered TSM, Taiwan Semiconductors, to halt shipments of advanced chips overseas in China that are often used in AI applications starting Monday, today, according to a person familiar with the matter. The Department of Commerce, and again, this is all quoting here, the Department of Commerce sent a letter to TSMC. The Department of Commerce sent a letter to TSMC imposing export restrictions. So yeah, kind of crazy, restricting chips overseas. If you look at, and that's probably a pretty big market for them. Look at the NASDAQ. So if we look at TSM here, TSM is down pretty significant. Let me change this. TSM is down a lot this morning. Let me fix this one. Yeah, so TSM is down a lot. It's dropping down only a couple percent, actually. It's not the biggest drop in the world. But yeah, we changed the sound. It should be fine. You know, we turned it down a little bit. It should be good. We'll keep it at like 20%. All right. Yeah, I got a soundboard. Like I said, I really wanted to get the soundboard, Johnny or a cream puff, but I just didn't. I couldn't find it, and I don't know if it's I don't know if it I could really use it, just because I was watching The Karate Kid, the #1 yesterday. Great movie, but I just don't know if I can use it, unfortunately. Let's talk about Apple. Apple's down. It's not down like a huge amount or anything like that. So it's down a little bit, but it's not like a crazy drop. So I went to a jiu-jitsu competition this weekend. Yeah, I didn't compete, but my friend competed, and unfortunately he lost. He'll get him next time. Honestly, it's unfortunate because he's so good at ankle locks, right? Like his ankle locks are so good, bro. Like I tap to his ankle locks a lot, and like we have like a group of 4 of us that train together, and we're probably some of the better white belts in the gym. And he beats me half the time, more than that sometimes. But when he competed, the guy passed him. He did an X pass with his gi, and he just couldn't get the leg in. Super unlucky, I think. But yeah, Apple needs better products. Hood went above 34. Yeah. All right, so I'm looking at FAR. We got this comment here. This comment's really interesting. FAR says, quote, "I hate my life. I have every receipt of how my life has gone from being up almost 60K to essentially being broke now and trying to play catch up. Can't make this up." Well, what's going on, FAR? What happened, brother? What happened, man? Yeah, I would stop trading. Is something wrong with my mic? Somebody's saying something's wrong with my mic. Is it? Is my mic okay? Let me know. Sound check. 1 2 1 2. It should be pretty good. I don't think my music's too loud right now either. But yell at me if it is. I don't know. My music's a little high. That should be maybe somewhat better. I turned it down. Mic is good. Okay, your mic is fine. Yeah. Then what are you talking about, Jordan? No. So Nvidia, guys. Nvidia is honestly the big story of the day, and it's causing look at indexes. NASDAQ up to 334s right now. 21,334s. Crazy increase here. Crazy increase. Breaking highs again this morning. Just broke highs. Look at this run early this morning. That's a crazy run here. This is a big run early this morning for the NASDAQ. Stream is a little bit louder. Yeah, Tesla. I heard some news on Tesla as well. Tesla up to 344s. Wow, man. I didn't even see how high Tesla was up. Crazy. Tesla at 350s almost. Wow. So Tesla at 350s. I saw some news earlier on this, actually. So the news regarding Tesla. Yeah, so the election rally is what's going on for Bitcoin. The news on Tesla is this. Let me cover it real quick here, chat. So the news on Tesla is this. We had some earnings this morning too. But yeah, let's go ahead and cover the Tesla news. All right. So Tesla, chat, is up. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives on Monday today raised his price target on Tesla stock from $300 a share all the way up to $400 a share. He essentially upgraded Tesla because he has hopes that the current president will be a game changer for the EV, company Tesla, which has gotten really, really polarized and political over this. And so Tesla being up almost 7-8% this morning is massive. This is despite hedge funds suffering pretty big losses from short positions. These losses on Tesla have reached $5.2 billion as of the election day through the close of trading day last Friday. It is linked to the, again, close relationship between the current president and Elon Musk. And Tesla up to almost $350 a share. Honestly, I've been critical of Elon linking himself to politics, and I still think linking yourself to politics isn't really a good move long term, but I guess this one helped them. So I can't pretend it's not real, Elon up. And I like Tesla company. I think Tesla is going to be a powerful company. I've said this for years. I thought the biggest risks were his political affiliations, but, hey, Tesla up big. Your mic sound to your background music. I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying to turn it down. Let me see. I'm trying. Let me know here. We're going to test the music. I'm going to see what audio percentage is good. Okay, so here is, we're going to test this one now. Let me know if this is too loud versus my voice. Let me know if this is too loud versus my voice. I turned it down a pretty good, like a pretty good significant amount. All right, are we good? How loud is the music? I turned it down. It should be coming pretty low in terms of sound effects out there. I'll have to judge this myself. Let me listen to it on my phone real quick. Like, I turned it down significantly, and maybe this is a good level. I want to make sure you guys can actually hear it, is the only thing for me. Like, I want to make sure you guys can actually hear the sound. And I'm going to see which one of you guys are just kind of making up stuff too. So hold on. All right. I'm going to mute my sound real quick. All right, yeah, that's about perfect, to be honest. That's about perfect for the audio. The audio is perfect. Yeah. All right, yeah, that's perfect, about perfect, to be honest. That's about perfect for the audio. The audio is perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you got an echo. It's all right. Your voice is a good volume for me. I couldn't care less about the music. Yeah, all good. Tesla single-handedly bringing my portfolio to new levels. Honestly, crazy move. The whole market's going crazy. Bitcoin hitting almost 85,000 lifetime highs for Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, a big Bitcoin holder, obviously benefiting from this. Coinbase, another, Bitcoin stock, of course, crypto-related stock, up massively. Elon, pretty crypto-friendly in the past. Tesla's up big. Coinbase up to over 300 at 313 a share. A crazy, crazy thing. And we got some sound effects. Again, I got a soundboard now. Let me listen to this one. This one might be too loud. Here, let me see. Y'all yell at me if these are too loud. Yeah. All right. Let me know if that was too loud. I'm watching it. All right. Yeah. Parabolic run. Riot, Mara. I'm sure all these crypto stocks, these mining companies. Riot up to 1420s. Still struggling though, man. Riot's been a struggle. Mara up to 23s. These mining companies still killing it, doing great. We got a little pullback here. I'm not going to trade against this trend. A lot of the time I would short this. I'm not going to trade against the trend, especially not right now with all the craziness that's going on. Yeah, I'm not going to trade against the trend right now. What are some other cool things I can do with a soundboard? Somebody help me out. I'm going to have to maybe look some more of this. SoFi. Yeah, Bitcoin flying. Tesla up big. Yeah. Yeah, Palantir up to almost $60 a share. So Tesla up big. Everything's up. Again, I would be very careful shorting anything right there. Look at Palantir. Palantir up to 60, almost $61 a share. Will Coinbase push more today with Bitcoin pressure and BLK over the weekend? I don't know, man. It really depends on what Bitcoin does. So Coinbase is going to be directly influenced by cryptocurrency price, of course. Like Coinbase directly influenced by crypto price. And so, yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin pushes up, Coinbase could certainly push up more. If Bitcoin corrects a little bit, which is understandable, I don't expect Bitcoin to go straight up, but it's understandable. If Coinbase does that, maybe we'll get some good influence there, and Coinbase will go up with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin corrects, Coinbase might pull back, but they're all up pretty sustainable, like pretty substantial amounts. So, it's an exciting thing. Yeah. Sound effects for winning trades. Top comment so far. Yeah, for sure. QQQ breaking 4-year channel top. Yeah, the NASDAQ is up big this morning. Here's the NASDAQ. I mean, this is driven mostly by, again, Nvidia. Nvidia almost up to 150s, breaking lifetime highs. As long as it holds most of these gains, Nvidia will be over the lifetime highs. over the historical lifetime highs. Again, it's at almost 150s for Nvidia. It hit highs earlier this morning at 149.70s, 149.70. So it's breaking lifetime highs. It's up big. If it can hold up here, Friday Nvidia broke lifetime highs. I didn't even see that. So Friday it broke lifetime highs up to 149.90s. The big number right now is 150. Bro, how much are you trying to make per day to pass the 150 combine? I mean, ideally I want to make 1,500 a day, but I might take 20 trades. It varies day by day. So day trader. So I take a lot more risk on days where I'm trying to get funded. Once I'm actually funded, I scale down my size, right? So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. $30 to $50 per trade is good if you're already funded. I think if you're trying to get funded, you got to take more risk personally. But again, I'm not telling you what to do. Again, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. You always got to make your own assessment, trade responsibly. Remember, chat, I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. Do not copy me. With that said, yeah. Honestly, Top Step's great, though. If you want to check them out, here's the link. Really is just a good way to learn how to day trade. Like some people criticize funded account programs. Top Step's the most legit in the world. They've done everything right. And they really are it's like a souped up demo account. Like if you're going to pay for a demo account, real-time data, like all that stuff, it's going to cost the same amount for a lot of platforms, right? And so but you not only get that value step, but if you pass their test and follow their rules and stuff, you can get funded, take withdrawals from them. It's just really cool. Again, if you want to check them out, Top Step's the most legit in the world. They have 0 commissions is the big thing. I think of you as more of an educator. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly an economist, right? Like people like to label me a day trader so they can criticize me, right? Most of the time, like it doesn't matter, I would say most of the people going around criticizing other people's day trading skills are not very good day traders themselves, and they're kind of projecting their own like insecurities about it. But like I'm really an economist. Like I have no qualms about telling people I'm definitely better at investing, economics, swing trading than I am day trading. I still day trade regularly, and it's like a fun hobby. I'm trying to build the skill up, and I used to be much better at it. I just kind of started to focus on economics a lot more. And so I probably need to tweak some of my day trading strategies recently, but regardless, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's one thing if I'm telling people I'm the greatest ever. I mean, I'm definitely top 3 greatest of all time ever, but it's another thing if I am openly telling people, hey, right, like I'm just not an expert, just giving away free content over here, but in the end, it's the internet. People find a reason. Hey, nice, son. Tripled my account after the weekend. Yeah, honestly, a lot of stuff probably went up crazy amounts here. Like we had some crazy gains. And everything too, right? The whole market went absolutely nuts, man, and flew. NASDAQ's up big. I might start to buy this dip in a challenge account. So we're going to buy, again, this is a combine account, right? So this is a combine account. We're going to buy this dip, see if we can build up a cushion of profit on the day. Add to it more. We got 2 contracts here. We just got to be careful. We don't want to see this trend change. There we go. All right, so we just took half off. Okay, just building up a little cushion early this morning. I gotta have a sad sound for my losing trades and a happy sound for my winning trades. All right, there we go. We'll hold this break even. Look at it. It's like frozen right here too. All right, I'm gonna cut this here. We just made about $70. I'll take it. I'll take it. And we had a green trade. I will take that. That's nice. I could have made more. Honestly, I just wanted to get an open green trade so I could use my soundboard sound. We'll come back to it. Also, I think we could also be in this little mini trend range. Oh man. Yeah, I don't feel 100% either. My nose is kind of stopped up. Ugh. We could be in this little mini trend on a 1 minute chart too, so I don't want to get stuck in that. And maybe we come back down, but who knows? Could be a bull flag. You think the market can close? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, my nose is a little stuffy. Nvidia up to 149s today. Amazon at 210.50s. 210.50s. Yeah, maybe we would have made more on it, but I have a new rule. I'm not trading against the trend ever anymore. It's just it's too difficult, especially right now after the election, for stuff to go crazy. Hey, thank you, Don. Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Yeah, Dogecoin. I have my jiu-jitsu instructor was talking to me about Doge. He said he's got a lot of Dogecoin too. You know. And yeah, look at that move. So that little bull flag worked. Should have held it, of course, but that's all right. I wanted an excuse to use my soundboard. Oof. Yeah, I just got a really weird, like, my throat's kind of scratchy. I hope I'm all right. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Top Step TV tomorrow as well. Yeah, I hope not. Poke. Yeah, Dogecoin, honestly. Well, no, my jiu-jitsu guy, he's like the main. Look at that big old here. I'm gonna buy this dip. Forgive the cursing. But no, he's got like a big position at like a longer term position. All right, we're gonna buy this candle wick up. I know it's a kind of a crazy position here, but we got a cushion. All right, we took half off. There we go. There we go. All right, so we've been doing this a lot where we buy up these candle wicks. I talked about this last week, but we buy up these candle wicks. Let me get my cool little pin out. We get these little candle wicks, and again, I'm going to preface this with, like, it's definitely not going to work every time. It's definitely not going to work every time you try it. But if we get a really big candle wick, even if the candle's not finished closing, right? You get a really big candle wick, the likelihood that it's at least going to fill 50% of that candle wick is super high. Super high. I've been testing this a lot. Once we get a big candle wick like this, that's like 3x the size of the actual candle itself, super high probability that we're at least going to move up short term, refill some of that candle wick. We might go continue down afterwards, but again, I've been testing this incredibly consistent. But no, my Dogecoin guy, or my jiu-jitsu instructor, he was like a world champion at Naga. He holds Dogecoin. He's been really excited about it. Yeah, I'm not really feeling 100%, man. Wow. It's mostly like my throat. I gotta take a couple days off of jiu-jitsu too. My son's been training, so I've been teaching him and getting him private lessons. It's crazy. He wins like 4 out of 5 rolls with this other kid, but in the 1 out of 5 times he loses, he just throws a huge temper tantrum about it. He wants to win. He's competitive, but you know he's got to learn to lose. 150,000 Dogecoin, then you're doing pretty good. $5 a day in Bitcoin is the way. Yeah, just accumulation. Gold is crashing hard. Well, I'm sure gold is going to be negatively reacting to the strength and everything. Gold, a lot of the time, has an inverse correlation with conventional inflation hedges, right? So like the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, crypto, gold a lot of the time has an inverse correlation. And you can kind of see that reflected here as Bitcoin's been pushing up over the last few days. Gold has been falling down some. Gold futures, at least, have been falling down some. So interesting. $10,000 Doge. Are you holding Dogecoin right now, chat? I'm holding a little bit. I have to go check to see how much I have, but OC Solana, 10,000 Doge, no longer. Yes. Long-term Doge holder here. Hey, congrats. Yeah, I invested in Doge years and years ago. So we have this goal. I don't want to do a super chat goal. I'd rather do some other type of goal. I wish they let me do a different goal besides super chat. I don't want a goal for donations. I'd like a like goal. Yeah, I'll just do a like goal. If we get 500 likes, or let's make it reasonable. If we get 300, what should I do for you guys if we make 300? If we get 300 likes, what's a reasonable one? Give everybody $250 on PayPal. I'm good, bro. You know, I'm not gonna give thousands of dollars away for nothing. No offense. I mean, y'all gotta work harder than that. 300 press ups. I don't feel good today, Sam. I can't do that today. Dog with hat is gonna be the top dog. I don't know. I thought that was mostly a meme coin. More crypto content. I like crypto. We'll cover crypto. Does my mute button actually work? I'm confused. Let's see. Does my mute button actually work? Hold on, let me see. I'm going to try my mute button. Okay. Okay, nice. So I can control the sound of my soundboard. Wow, that's cool. Dog tricks. My dogs can do some tricks, though. Plant 20 trees. I'm not Logan Paul over here, dude. I don't. What do y'all think about John Jones versus Stipe Miocic? All right, guys. So we got to pull back here. We got to pull back. We look like a McDonald's sign. I don't mind fading the top of this sometimes. Like I will fade the top of this sometimes, but I have to be careful here. Like I will fade the top of this. All right, we're gonna short. I maybe should have waited a little bit longer. We got a cushion already, and so we do have a cushion already. Take a longer term position. Just try to get like deeper in profit. I always say, yeah, I'm gonna take a long term position, and then 10 seconds later, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm cutting it. Worst ever. See jiu-jitsu trainings live. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that already on the internet. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to train jiu-jitsu today. My throat hurts. Jiu-jitsu's great. The problem with it is that, like, you get sick easier. Like, you got to think about what the sport entails. It's, like, really physical. All right, so we got a nice little breakdown here. We're up about another $40. I would short it some more, but man, look at that breakdown. Wow. And now it popped right back up. Now we're down a little bit. I'm not going to let it go up too much. If we get, like, we're going to try to keep it a 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So we're going to try to get out if we're down 30, $40 in it. But I'm also going to try to be patient enough to let it profit. We've already made about $300 on this account. Or no, not quite that much. We've made like 150 is what we're up now, which is good. 150 is good. I like that candle wick, but it also means we might possibly bounce right back too. Let me zoom in on this so you guys can see it. Will this be a red or green trade for John, chat? Will this be a red or green trade for John? Let me know right now in the chat. We're green so far. I'm trying to fade this bounce. I'm Are you going to trade today? No, I'm not. What's the trade? I don't even know what trading is, bro. What is a trade? All right, so now we're up $60. I'm going to go ahead and top that and just cut out of it. So we're out. We made $60. Green is good. Yeah. So not a bad little string of trades. Slowly chipping away at it. Hey, nice showing. Congrats. I'm watching weekly close above 316 on the Q. Hey, good luck, brother. No. All the sweats? What do you mean, ER? I'm not sure what you mean by that, brother. Oh, all the sweat in jiu-jitsu. Nah, man. It's a sport. The easiest, it's like chess. It really is. Like jiu-jitsu is like chess. And the people who are the best at it are people who can make decisions very quickly. Like the correct decisions very quickly. You really do have to think a couple steps ahead. You have to set traps. Like you have to have different sequences and set traps. And like you want to, like the goal is to make somebody do what you want them to do. Like I like guillotines in front headlock positions. And so one thing I do is something I'll pretty regularly do is I'll take somebody's back, right? A normal person in jiu-jitsu will probably try to like back mount, choke them out or whatever. I get this might be a bad habit, but my style is like guillotines, front headlocks, darces. And so I'll grab their back and I'll drag them to the ground and like I'll loosen up on their back mount just a little bit so they try to turn into me. So they basically turn their head like right where I can grab it. And then I'll lock it in and try to either like rear naked or and try to like guillotine them or whatever, front headlock position. I can use that to control them as well. It's kind of like a wrestler's thing. Anyways, I'm not going to stay talking about this all day because I'll talk about jiu-jitsu all day, but it's like chess. Gold still hit a low at 26.60. So look at gold. So gold hit somewhat of a low. It looks like me getting out at that trade was the right time. Gold's low right here is at 26.50. The only thing is it's been dropping so much, as well as we also see like the NASDAQ and other stuff start to come back down. Do you guys think this is the highs and now we start to fade for the rest of the day, or what do y'all think is going to happen? Amazon also up pretty big. Amazon at 210.40s for Amazon. So Amazon's at 210.40s. Very strong move here. Very strong move. What's up, wait? Predict lots and lots of profit taking today. Yeah, I mean, how do you manage taking small day trades like those when the market is open? I mean, when the market's open, I generally take larger trades. These are just, again, I think a really good habit to get into in any account that you have is to build up a cushion first things first on the day, right? Like you should be building up a cushion first. And then that way, no matter what happens, when you take larger risks, you can either be break even or small loss or small win or big win. But if you build up a cushion first, if you lose, it's a small loss because you're trading small, trying to build up a cushion, right? If you win, then you can take larger risks and then potentially have a big win on the day, where if you lose, you have a small loss, if that makes sense. And so that way, it's just the least emotional way to trade larger size. Like if you're going to trade large, build up a cushion first, justify taking larger size on the day. And that's something a lot of people do wrong. They just go super heavy right out the get-go, and they end up just losing a bunch of money because they're going way too big in the beginning, and they don't really know how to manage it. I don't think it's the highs. I think it's the type of uptrend called a vertical distribution where pullbacks happen often, but overall the trend is up. Yeah, I mean, I think we've definitely, look at that breakdown here. So we are starting to fade some. I think when you zoom out, that's possible just because we have this big, long trend. And I think eventually we could pull back and then continue back up and pull back and then continue back up and look something like that. But I'm certainly not saying it's going to happen. It could happen. It just depends on how much strength. Look at this big red candle here, guys. It's a big red candle. I think it'll probably retrace at least a little bit here. But, man, what a candle, chat. Are you gambling today? Well, depends on what your definition of gambling is. I think Bitcoin could run to 100K, maybe. Bitcoin definitely could. It certainly could. Bitcoin up a huge amount, up to 85K roughly, just under 85K. Yeah, so Bitcoin price is right around 82,000 right now. So just under 85K. It hit highs of about 82,500, just under that. And so, yeah, it looks good right now. The current block reward for Bitcoin is 3.125 as of 2024. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff's pulling back at this point, but it's going to have to pull back eventually. Like, everything's up so much, it's not going to go straight up. We see the Q dipping down to around 516s. We can see the SPY again. SPY's been at like 600. It's at 650s right now. So if we can open up somewhere around here on the SPY, it'll be lifetime highs. So previous lifetime highs were 599. So this will be the first time if we can hold over 600, which I think we will. That'll be the new lifetime highs on the SPY. So I tend to think we will. I'm going to buy into this dip, and we're going to start to take a large risk. And again, this is a challenge account, so we're just kind of playing around early on this challenge account. We'll take 5 contracts here. Again, a big risk. We've got the cushion on the day already. All right, we just locked in a bunch of profit here. Small steady gains this morning. And we're going to take another one off. Yeah, so we just locked in a bunch. We're up about 250 on the day. We'll try to let this one work too, because I think the SPY is going to hold. This is the NASDAQ, the QQQ, but I think it's going to try to hold over 600. And so it's got a little bit of room, and we could hold the rest break even on this last one. We got a very quick bounce, and so we took profit fast, but we'll try to hold the rest break even. Do you think there will be a Bitcoin correction soon? I don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, some people might, but I certainly don't. Very close to cutting this because, again, I'm trying to hold the breast break even. It taps that low and then it retraces back up. Yeah, so we're very close to cutting it either way, whether we're in profit or losses. My only thing here is I don't want to see it break lows again. So let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. Yeah, there it goes. We're still going to be green on this no matter what, but definitely not what we wanted to see here. Look at that huge retracement back up. I could also add to this too if I wanted, but I don't think trying to salvage a green trade's worth it. I just want to see if it pops right back up here. I'm going to get out here. And so we still profited a lot on that trade. We're up over $200 on the day. We could bounce right here too. I think we're in the trend of an upward trend, and this is just a large, deep pullback. But yeah, not a bad trade. We managed it okay. Slow, steady, build up a profit. Too soon for the Bitcoin corrections. Yeah, we just broke highs. The election just happened. Like, this all stuff is, all of this is contributing to crypto's price right now. Crypto's price increases. Here, I'm going to mute the music for a second just so I can check something on my soundboard. Let's see. Let's see. So we got this sound. Voices. There's a bunch of like screaming sounds. Yeah, here's a cash register. We'll buy that one. That one's good. All right, so this one's good. So we'll download this one. Yeah, the soundboard's cool. I'm like playing with the new sounds, learning how to use it. Yeah, let's download this. There we go. The only thing is I just got to make sure it's not too loud. Let me know if this is too loud. Let me know if that was too loud. We also want like... All right, so we got a little bounce here. We got a little bounce. All right, y'all can't hear it. Okay, here. Let me know if this is too loud. Was that too loud? Yeah, CPI meeting this week is crazy big. Crazy big. Honestly, the whole market's going crazy right now. The whole market's crazy. SPY up, NASDAQ up, Bitcoin up, Coinbase up, gold down. Gold's the one big inflation hedging asset that people watch that's not up. So yeah. Sounds perfect. Okay, cool. We'll keep using that then. All right, so we do have yeah, we got a sad sound one now. So I got this one, and then we we'll also add sad sound music here. Here, hold on. Let me know what this one sounds like. I don't want it to be too loud. It should be good though. Hold on, let's try it. All right, can y'all hear this? Let me know if you can hear this right now. Okay, so the money one's a bit quiet. All right, I can change the sound up. Was that one too loud? Or let me know. Aquafina, water, Doritos. Yeah, if y'all don't get the joke, honestly, they're still messaging me. They're like, "Hello, this is Aquafina. You know, we've been watching your content, John, and we just think your content is the greatest trading content of all time. Because of that, we'd like to sponsor you to sell our water bottles." Like, dude, get the heck out of here, scammers, bro. Who believes that? Right? The real issue is that if they're sending that to like smaller channels, I'm not gonna say they deserve it, but like, come on now, you gotta take yourself into the realm of objectivity, and because I think they really get like the little bitty channels more than anybody, right? Like they get the small channels that are desperate for sponsors. Yeah. Or here, hold on, there you go. All right. John wants to get enough money to buy his own island, like Enter the Dragon. What would be my island name? All right, so we're still dropping. So me cutting my trade there was good. Honestly, MicroStrategy a big. I kind of want to buy this too now, but all right, we're gonna buy this now too. Risky position, of course. We'll maybe add one contract to it. Ideally, I just want to see a quick retracement back up, lock in some profit. All right, so we're up. We didn't hold up there though. And we're back up. Come on, give it to me. One bounce. It's not looking good for me. I'm going to cut it. You don't love to see it. You don't love to see it. Honestly, that's my first loss in a minute here, though, and we're already up like hundreds on the day. So I can't be too upset, but that's my first loss on the day so far. Hey, John, how far do you think these markets can rip up like this? This is crazy. I think they can. I mean, it's markets, right? So they can have big green years. Again, you got to understand this, right? Generally, the market is balanced, but long-term indexes are going to go up over time. Like, this is the problem with most people who get emotional about politics. If you get wrapped up in politics, right, on both sides, you overestimate the likelihood of weakness on either side of the political spectrum. You overestimate the likelihood of weakness. And generally the biggest edge is on the upside long term. Like, markets are going to go up long term. The NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P 500, most blue chip companies, with a few outliers and exceptions, they're almost all going to go up over time. Now short term they're risky, and there is balance here. And so the markets are up big over the last few years. I think eventually there will be a correction. Like, I think there's going to be a correction. The question is when, and it doesn't have to be soon. It may be soon, it may not be soon. The problem is, like, you got all these YouTubers telling you the market is going to crash, and it's just not. Like, they're telling you we're in a recession. They're telling you a market's going to crash. They're just trying to get clicks. They're trying to get views. Be resilient to that. Most of them are just, And so, yeah, I don't know what we're going to get. I don't know how far this market's going to go. I generally believe in balance for things. We should have held. We would have made money on this trade too. We should have held. But I generally believe in balance. And I think the market is balanced usually. And so if we push down a big amount, we're going to correct on the upside eventually. If we push up a big amount, sometimes we correct on the downside. Sometimes we don't. And so that's the nature in which you have to look at things. If we have a big pullback on the downside, that's the biggest time you should be making money. That's my favorite time as an investor. Honestly, when stuff drops big, that's the time to buy stuff up. Again, fearful when others are greedy, greedy when others are fearful. The best time to buy is when blood is running in the streets. Whatever cliched, like, buy the dip quote you want to think of. When markets are crashing down, that's generally the best time to buy it. Historically, if you look at the data, that's the best time to buy it. But the problem is that people take that concept and then they use it on the other side too. Like, if the market pushes up, they think it has to pull back. What goes up doesn't necessarily have to go down. And when we're talking about, like, big index funds and blue chip stocks, it doesn't necessarily have to go back down. Sometimes they never go back down, right? Sometimes they'll never see those levels again. And it's something that I've said a lot, where this is absolutely true, which is, if you're talking about like indices or blue chip stocks, the longer you hold them, the less likely you are to make money on the short side. If you're shorting, the longer you hold them, the less likely you are to make money if you're specifically shorting. If you're longing them, the longer you hold them, the more likely you are to go green, right? And that is a powerful edge if you really think about that in general. Like, that's a powerful thing. Like, the fact that you can hold something long enough and eventually profit from it makes it a really obvious setup for trading. I think the perfect way to trade these, if you want like a good balance, is to invest in companies, swing trade companies. I like swing trading. I look for big pullbacks on earnings, big pullbacks, big dips, and I buy up the dips in healthy companies. And then if I'm wrong short term, like if it doesn't go in my favor short term, I did this a lot this past year, made a bunch of money. I'm green on the year on toss. If it doesn't go in my favor short term, I can usually sit on it as long as it's the right company. If it's a less stable company, I'm trying to think of an example of this. Like Snapchat, I guess, is a pretty good example of this. If it's a less stable company, I'm less likely to do this. But if it's a big company like Apple or Walmart or Target or, Amazon, I could probably DCA into that long term and do really, really well percentage wise in companies. But the problem, like, shorts get involved and, they just have the complete wrong mentality. They're overly skeptical. Most of the time markets are going to go up. And shorting the strongest companies in the world's dumb. It really is dumb, right? I mean, some people can do it, and I'm not knocking everybody. There's always outliers who are able to do this stuff, and everybody wants to be that. But shorting the strongest companies in the world's dumb. The longer you hold it, the less likely you are to make money, and then you get emotional, and then you cry manipulation, and then you blame everybody else, and then you go toxic. I've seen that pattern so much with different people here, where it's just kind of like, all right, y'all know who told y'all that markets didn't have to go down 2 years ago when everybody was screaming the market was going to crash. Y'all know what I said. I told you guys the market didn't have to go down. That the biggest edge, I said the same thing. The biggest edge is on the long side. And yeah, here we are. What, like 50% higher now than when I said that? Top 3 ever right now. Top 3 ever. You're welcome. Not an investment professional. Top 3 best ever and worst ever, you might say. You know, we'll see. Honestly, Bitcoin's going crazy. All right, so I got this new soundboard I'm trying to play with here. Hold on. Can I put a picture up on screen? Does it do that? Let me see. Hold on. There's got to be a way, right? Here's a play multimedia one. Let me put this up. There's only a play and pause option. Okay, here, hold on. All right, here's an open file. That might work. Hold on, let me see. I saved it. Try to get this to work. Hold on. Here, let me save this on my file here. I want to be able to press a button and have this show up, which is hilarious. Look at Beardless John. Y'all can hear the music, right? Can y'all hear this? Okay, good. Yeah, y'all can hear. Wait, where did it... Did I just exit out of my soundboard? Where'd it go? I had my cool little soundboard here. I don't know what happened to it. Does it still work? It does still work. Then where's it at? Oh, there it is. All right, we got it up. Here it is. Does this work? Okay, it opens it up here. I got the wrong monitor though. I have to change. I don't know how to. I'm gonna put this up. Gatorade sucks. Buy John's water. What's up, Jordan? The analyst says that Coinbase will run. Sorry, I just got a new soundboard. I'm playing with it like I'm a 5-year-old. I'm sorry, guys. Look at gold break lows here, guys. So gold's breaking down here. Look at this. So gold crack lows. It's at 2650s. Just broke lows at 2648s. Lows of the day. Bitcoin up big here, making crazy runs, crazy movements. CRISPR Therapeutics, never really watched it or, you know, looked at it. Is that my real smile? This? Look at Beardless John. Hold on, where is it? Oh, it kind of worked. Kind of worked. I mean, this is like Beardless John. This is like, I have that awkward face where when I'm growing out a beard, my wife calls it my Joe Dirt face. My Dirte face is what she calls it. When I'm growing out a beard, you know, like a lot of people think they can't grow beards, but really they just haven't gotten past the awkward phase of it. You know, like a 5 o'clock shadow is cool and it doesn't look bad. And then it goes from like that to this, it'll go through this phase for like 2 weeks. I'll look like scruffy. You know, and then after that, it turns into an actual beard. But, yeah. My wife calls it the Dirte phase. BMY? Yeah, look at Bristol Myers, chat. Bristol Myers, BMY. Look, the NASDAQ broke lows again. So NASDAQ's still breaking down. It's at 298s, 299s right now. Bristol Myers is up big. Let's see if we can find the news on this. Is it ABBV's news? All right, so the US FDA removes the hold on Novavax's combo trial and clears the company to start enrolling phase 3. This might be why some of these pharma stocks like Bristol Myers are moving here. I'm not 100% sure, but this is some news that I see currently here. Again, FDA removing the hold on their flu combo trial and clears the company to start enrolling in phase 3. Yeah, is it time to buy the dip in gold? Let me do a poll here. I'm going to ask people. Is it time to buy the dip in gold? All right, we're going to buy this now again. We're going to try phase 2 dip buying. We're going to put our exciting music up here while we're in the trade. There we go, $100. We're going to add to this too. Take half off. We got a $90 cushion now. I got to be careful though. We've already taken $90 in profit, so we have a decent cushion here. Usually I would buy this dip, but I'm going to go risk averse. I'd love for a green trade to hold here, but fill the gap on the candle wick like we've been looking at. It's taking some time. All right, there we go. We're almost green. We're waiting. There we go. Pop up. Don't do it. We're about flat right now. I'm my hand's over the cover button. Bristol Myers just broke highs again too. Look at Bristol Myers is up there. We have this cushion, so we can get out roughly break even here. I don't want it to happen, of course. Now we're almost green. I got to cut out. So we got out roughly flat, but I'm going to consider this a loss. We got out roughly flat. We lost about $20. Just a big rejection. We probably should have taken profit at the top, and maybe we got a little greedy there, but we're still green on the day. We're up hundreds. And we had to use some risk management there. I think even if it pushes back up, which is possible, yeah, it's all right. Next time. Every time we get in a trade, I'm going to play that music. Might make me more stressed out, though, really. But that's all right. All right. You should let Rosie trade. She might do better than me. But yeah, so I'm seeing the FDA removing NVAX's flu combo. Maybe that's influencing these. I'm trying to see what's going on with AbbVie and some of these other companies here in markets. AbbVie shares are trading higher after the company announced its 2-phase EMPOWER trials investigating emraclidine as a once-daily oral monotherapy treatment for adults with schizo did not meet its primary endpoints. So I see what's going on. Okay, so AbbVie, ABBV, this is why biotech stocks are sketchy. The trial did not meet its primary endpoints. This is what's going on, and I think Bristol Myers being a competitor to them, is benefiting from it, right? I think that's pretty much what's going on. Yeah, so they did not meet. So this is what's going on with AbbVie right here. So AbbVie has this news coming out. And I think Bristol Myers, which is, where's Bristol Myers at? What symbol? Is it BMY? What's the symbol? Yeah, Bristol Myers is benefiting from them, I guess, because of so Bristol Myers squib to showcase cardio breakthroughs. So Deutsche adjusted the price target on Bristol Myers. Here's the news for that right there. Yeah, biotech stocks. The reason I don't like ever investing in them. So here's the other news. The reason I don't like investing in biotechs is because these trial results are so freaking volatile. They can go crazy. They can go up big. They can go down big. You really just genuinely have no freaking idea what they're going to do. And it's incredibly risky to target anything in that period of time while they're doing trials still for their drugs. Like after they do trials, maybe, but it's just a really risky thing. I don't touch biotech companies for that reason. It's just way too risky, to be completely real. SoFi? Yeah, SoFi's up big, almost to $14 a share. SoFi looks good. All right, so we're flat here. We're up a little bit on the day so far. Still trying to get better results, but up a small amount on the day. We'll see if we can get some good stuff to continue. Again, if you want to day trade with me, I'm on Top Step funded account program and futures. They give you a demo. All right, so we might get a little bounce here. I'm looking at Nvidia though. Look at Nvidia. So I always love this 200 EMA VWAP level, and you can kind of see why. This 200 EMA VWAP level is a powerful level. Like when these levels are moving very similar with each other, when there's good volume on stuff like today in Nvidia and pre-market, like look at that bounce, literally directly off of that level, Beautiful trend, big upward move. It's just a really nice pullback level because that 200 EMA volume weighted average price spot is just a powerful spot. If you can keep it on your chart, I certainly recommend watching it because it can make a lot of stuff clear in terms of where we're going to bounce. Bounce levels are super predictable using this. GameStop up a little bit as well. GameStop up to $26. Why is GameStop up? Where's AMC? Yeah. Do we have any big earnings this week, chat? I know, like, we got Nvidia earnings next week. Nothing big this evening. Earnings season looks to be done. We got Shopify, Home Depot, Plug Power, C Limited, NVAX, Hertz, Kronos, and more tomorrow morning. We got SoundHound tomorrow evening. Spotify, Mara, Riot. A couple other ones. Nothing big, though. Wednesday, we got Hut 8 in the morning. Cisco in the evening. Nothing big. Disney is this November 14th. AMAT. Alibaba is also on Friday. Next week's the big boy with Nvidia earnings, biggest one of the quarter. Where's GameStop? When's GameStop earnings? December 10th. Okay, so GameStop's kind of right in the middle there. Top Step X ND is my favorite. And again, if you want to check out Top Step, I'll put the link up. Great way to help support the channel. Again, they're an affiliate of mine. I'm biased because I get paid by them. But genuinely just a good way to learn how to day trade. What they do is they give you a demo, test your skill with it. If you pass the test, they fund you. If you fail, you only lose what you pay for it. In this case, base one's $49. Great way to learn, kind of like a souped up demo account. But if you pass it and you build up profit, once you pass it, you can start taking withdrawals and fund your own account. And if you fail, like most day traders lose money. The base one's $49 a month, monthly subscription. It's not the end of the world. It's a lot cheaper than funding thousands in an account and losing it. And again, don't get it twisted. Most day traders lose. And so this is beneficial. If you were going to pay for real-time data in a demo account outside of this, it probably costs the same amount. And I think this does a much better job of building your skill because it teaches you how to trade under pressure. But of course, I'm biased. If you want to check it out, there's the link. Yeah, so again, Veterans Day today. Shout out to all our veterans. I appreciate, I appreciate everything any veterans have done for us. First couple days this week are slow, but next week's busy. Bagpipes plan. Yeah, so look at this hitting lows again on the NASDAQ, testing lows now. Big flush. Cracking lows. I'm going to buy this. It's kind of risky. We're going to take 2 contracts here. See if we can build up some cushion. A lot of times we get like fake outs right here. That's what I'm looking at. All right, we took half off there, locked it in, small. Oh, wait, I'm trading right now. Let me get my suspenseful music playing. All right. All right, we're out. We made money. I'll take it. Green is good. Yeah. I bought a soundboard. I'm gonna be playing with this again. I watched The Karate Kid yesterday, and I really wanted to find the quote in Karate Kid when Johnny Lawrence is about to fight Daniel LaRusso. Somebody yells from the audience, "Johnny, you're a cream puff," and I really wanted to find that sound to start just kind of spamming on my live streams. I didn't because there's copyright implications, and so that's the only reason I didn't. I still think it would be considered fair use considering how like small of a clip it is, but yeah, but I'm still kind of bummed I couldn't find the Johnny, you're a cream puff. Yeah, Karate Kid movies are just great. I genuinely watched those as a kid. Now I get to watch them with my kids, so it's fun. All right, so we're ended up breaking lows still. We're still breaking down. We're still coming down, breaking lows. I honestly, personally, still think it's a buy here, but I'm not telling you to buy it. I certainly have no freaking idea which way this is going to go. And this pullback is turning into this pullback does confirm a more choppy range right now. So if we look at this up, down, like here's the long-term range. If you put a 5-minute chart, it's probably a little bit clear. Let me make myself smaller. Actually, I'll put myself to the top. The top's nice. We'll put ourselves up here. You can got to see how choppy the range is, right? Like we've got a big sideways, big range, but sideways movement here in the NASDAQ. So I got the audio clip. I can find the audio clip. It's not that I can't get the clip. The clip's very easy to get. It's more so just about like, yeah. It's more so just about whether I can use it, or whether I'm allowed to use it is what it is. Like I can use it if I'm talking about it. Like what's fair use is when I'm giving where I'm reviewing it. So what I would like, I could talk about it right now and show you guys, and it would be considered fair use, just because I can anytime we're talking about something or breaking something down or reviewing it, it's fair use. But still, it's just not worth it to add the nonsense to the stream. Yeah, I could recreate it with my own voice. All right, guys. Do you think it's time to buy or sell right now, chat? Buy or sell? What do you guys think? Again, Deutsche Bank adjusts the price target on Bristol Myers from $48 to $55. All right, so is the market currently a buy or sell? Again, do not copy this. I have no idea what the market will do. But we have been breaking down all morning essentially here. Buy. Short from 21,300s. No, I probably wouldn't Sharkeys, but it's still just not worth it. It's not worth the stress of it. It's all about risk reward for something like this, and it's just not worth it. The reward of having that dumb clip, even while I would love to have it, it's just not worth it, you know. So Lolo says, not happy camper today. Tried switching mobile carriers and Xfinity got messed up. Now I have no cell service or text. Got to wait till AM to get Verizon to fix it. Yeah, Xfinity is terrible. They're genuinely one of the worst companies in the world, right? Like one of the most immoral companies in the world. Again, the issue is that they'll straight up lie to you about things. So they'll tell you, again, I've told this story 1,000 times, but they told me, they'd be like, yeah, you get this X deal, right? It's $140 a month. And I remember asking them, being like, hey, so it's $140 net, right? Like there's no other fees tacked onto this that I'm going to see at checkout. Like I'm going to be paying $140 a month for this. And they're like, yes. And I'm like, okay, great. And we get signed up. And then the next couple months happen. And I gave it a couple months just to test it. The next couple months happens. My bill turns from like what it was, which was $200, to like $260 a month, you know? And so I'm calling them. I'm like, hey, last time y'all told me this would be $140 a month. And I was like, I know y'all have the call. Y'all can go back and listen to the call. And they basically just denied that the previous interaction had ever happened. Like they basically just straight up denied the previous interaction ever happened. The issue is that they pay their CSRs, their customer service reps, commissions based off of what you buy. And they never hold them accountable for anything. Right? Like that's the main issue. They pay them commissions and they never, ever hold them accountable. And so they can basically sign you up for stuff, lie to you, do whatever they got to do to close the sale. They get compensation for it, and there's no accountability for lying to you about it. And if you call trying to complain and basically say, hey, look, y'all lied to me, they'll just deny it. Happens so much with me. Eventually, I had a really nice and happy call canceling service from them because they're just worst company ever. And I'm sure they're probably struggling a little bit in terms of like streaming services eating their market share, right? So what's Comcast? It's like CMCSA. Yeah. Comcast, I'm sure they're losing money over time. I'm looking at a daily chart. They're slightly green on the year, but they haven't been going up since 2021. Streaming services like Sling, like Hulu, like YouTube TV, and good. Like, honestly, I would love for these companies to fail. How's it looking like for Bitcoin miners earnings this week? I think they're more going to be based off of what happens with Bitcoin S3. I think most of the time it's going to be dependent on what happens with Bitcoin. Yeah. Again, genuinely just the worst company ever. All right, so we did get this big bounce that we've been targeting all morning here. So we did get this big bounce. All right, guys. So Nvidia almost to lifetime highs. Again, if Nvidia opens up here, so is the SPY, so is the Q, so is a lot of different things. So HUD 8, yeah, HUD 8 has earnings in a couple weeks or in a couple days too. Yeah, so today this week we've got a bunch of stuff. We've got Powell, we've got retail sales, we got CPI inflation data coming out. Got a lot of political stuff. So a lot of people are anticipating that the market enters a phase of less volatile movement. Do you guys think that's true here? What did I do when my polling last here? Is it time to buy the dip in gold? 57% say no, 43% say yes. So I'm gonna end this poll and we're gonna do another one here. The question is gonna be, do we get more or less volatility? Than normal over the next month? Do we get more or less volatility than normal over the next month is the question. Vote on that poll. Let me know what you guys think. Again, Nvidia up to 148.50s. We're slowing down on the NASDAQ, so we're moving a little choppy here. Honda's getting close to a buy range. Yeah, so vote on that poll. I don't know if we're going to get less or more volatility. I really don't. We'll see. All right, guys. Whew. Got this big rebound. I should have just waited, I think, and caught the rebound. Because, again, the edge, I think, is high, but I still think the trend's super, super flat, super, super choppy. You need to change the poll wording to what? Do we get more or less volatility than normal over the next month? I think it's fine. It might be a little worded off, but it's okay. I just realized I had I spelled Bitcoin wrong. Here we go. I just realized I smelled Bitcoin wrong. Yeah, it's all right. Again, we're changing our day trading around a little bit. The market changes constantly. And so we are just trying to fix our trading after it's changed a little bit. So we're only going to be trading with the trend currently. Volatility certainly picked up, and I think we kept trading our choppy strategies for a little bit too long. Yeah, we're going to be day trading futures a little bit close to the open. And, yeah. See if we get this crazy bull run to continue. I think we have the brain power to figure out the meaning of the poll. Yeah, y'all figured out. It might be worded poorly. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys are right. I'm dumb. Y'all are right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry, guys. My poll, absolutely horrible here. Absolutely horrible. I said, hey, do you guys think we get more or less volatility over the next month? Yes or no? Definitely a little confusing. My bad, guys. Here's a better one. In index futures, do we get bull or bear action? Do we get bullish or bearish action after the opening bell? That's a better question here. My bad. Top 3 worst polls of all time ever in the world right there. There you go. Yeah, I got myself a soundboard. I'm going to play with it nonstop. Would it be easier if we invested in you and you gave us a weekly, monthly return? Not for me, it wouldn't. So let me get this straight. You want to give me money and have me invest for you? No, absolutely not. Not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. Again, like my channel's called Beginner Trading. Okay. So let me get this straight. You think it's a good idea to give me money and let me trade for you? Channel called Beginner Trading. Honestly, I would question your decision making. That would be like, let me find a correlation for that. That would be like if there was a YouTube channel called The Worst Gold Trader of All Time. And I went up to him and said, hey, will you trade gold for me? It's just not logical. And number one, not even that, but I'm never gonna take anybody's money and have them trade for me. That's dumb, right? That's greedy. Look, we're just a news source, an economic source here. Like, we trade futures, we have fun at the opening bell, but I'm not gonna take anybody's money and trade for them. Like, that's dumb. My IQ took a dip, but rebounded. Huh. All right, guys. All right, guys. Worst trader ever. It's the greatest name of all time. I'd like to see you day trade penny stocks for one day. Why though? Most penny stocks are terrible. Again, the problem with penny stocks, I've said this before. The real issue is that people promise people the world about it, right? Like, they're trying to sell you stuff. And so, like, oh, look how easy trading penny stocks is. It's not easy at all. It's incredibly difficult. And the problem with penny stocks is very, very, very simple. They're manipulatable. And so if I want to get rich, I can tell everybody to buy a really crappy penny stock, pump that price up, sell 30 minutes before I call it out, and then leave you guys, sell 30 minutes before I announce I sell, and then leave everybody that followed me into it just sitting on, at least 50% of them sitting on losses. Very common in the penny stock world, right? And new traders, it's confirmation bias in that, like, new traders want to believe that you can have a tiny account and have some type of powerful edge with a tiny account. And so they overlook the red flags in penny stocks because they're desperate to believe that you can get rich day trading penny stocks because you don't need, it's a small startup amount. Again, that's the real issue, is that most penny stocks are just super manipulated when you go into day trading them, and there's just no big edge, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, so look at the breakdown happening here, man. Wow, look at this fall. Again, I like buying these dips, but it's risky. We got two contracts here. Flat. We'll switch to our actual funded account closer to the opening bell, but man, what a drop. All right, we took half off. We made a little bit now. Maybe that was a good move, but maybe it wasn't. Still a big drop. How long do we have? We got 19 minutes until the market opens. Flat on the position so far. Let's see if we get a bounce. Oof. I mean, we're still green on the day, but yeah, now we're completely flat on this trade. I'm going to have to start taking some risk in this account. I think I'm being a little bit too risk averse so far. And it's early. I'm waiting for the opening bell to happen. That's usually when I have the biggest edge. And now we're green. I asked people about volatility this morning. Let me see. Yeah, so 65% of people say bullish action after the opening bell. Do y'all think we get more or less volatility over the next month, though? A lot of people think the volatility is going to fall because we had so much election volatility, right? So they think we're going to go to like a quiet phase. I don't know. See, now we're flat again, but I'm not really liking this. I got to cut this and just get out. So we lost 50 bucks there. It could have been small. The risk that we break lows here is too high, though. We're at a major support level, though, but still. We're just going to wait until the opening bell. That's a big red candle here. I don't want to take the opposing end of this. And yeah, it looks like that was the right move. I just wanted to see if we bounced before we broke. Extremely bullish. Less for sure. Isn't December pretty calm? Honestly, the best months for trading are typically like November, December, January. I like Top Step X, but I have a bias towards it. But I think Top Step X is great. Ah, look, there's the bounce too. Ugh. I think I need to do something where I risk at least $100 per trade. Because man, look at that bounce. I was on it too. I was on it. I'm doing this thing where I only trade with the trend, but I think the trend's ambiguous right now. Look at Tesla. Where's Tesla at? 344s. Yeah, Tesla could break wait, where's the lifetime highs on Tesla? I don't think it's that high. Tesla lifetime highs 402s. Or no, 414s is actually the lifetime highs. Yeah, so a good reasonable range. Where's the Dom? I want to pull the Dom up on the chart too. Hold on, let me see. There's the Dom. Let's put it right here. I want to connect it to this though. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Stretch this out a little bit more. The NASDAQ 100. I know you can trade with the DOM too, which is something I probably should do. Oh my gosh, what just happened? All I did was right click. I'm going to cut this. I'm not sure what happened. So to trade on the DOM, I got to learn how to trade on the DOM. I've never done this before, so forgive me. Luckily, it's just a Combine account. But let's see the DOM. Left clicking on the bid and ask. So a question. So if I'm in this position, chat, for those that know Top Step X, right? If I'm in this position, do I enter a position and then click on the DOM to set the stop at the area I want? Or if I want to enter a position with a stop, do I automatically enter this type of position, trailing stop? I guess is the question. Yeah, you got to be careful clicking on the DOM. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Yeah, I'm new to Top Step X, and so I'm learning how to use it. But my bounce position would have worked really nice. We're still green on the day, though, so we're okay. We're green heading into the open. That's as best as I can hope for. Yeah, we got 12 minutes. Yeah, let me see if there is one. Yeah, is there a practice account that I can use? Or no? We're in a little downward trend here as well. Just trying to figure out if they had one of those. We got that big bounce, so we were correct about our direction there too. All right, so the right side is short, left side is buy. I want to make this larger though. I guess I could just trade directly off of this. So if I click one of these, limit sell. Limit sell. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with this right now to see. It's a little bit different. I don't need to trade off the DOM. I would rather just set stops. So I can set a short position here, 5 ticks. I'm going to try this with micros. That's how I should do this before the opening bell with micros. That's going to be a lot better. Okay, so if I set a trailing stop, 1 contract, short, 5 ticks. All right, so my risk should be 5 ticks. Right? And so if I go 5 ticks higher, wouldn't this be already 5 ticks though? This is well over 5 ticks in a micro contract. The micro NASDAQ is 50 cents. Yeah, so I should be out of this. All right. This is the way I should do it here. I'm going to cut this. Hey, baby, the opening bell is about to be right now. All right. I love you. Love you. Have a good day. All right. I love you. Have a good day, guys. Love y'all. All right. Sorry, my family's leaving. My wife, top 3 worst timings ever. Love you. Worst timing ever, though. Anyways, still trying to figure this out. All right, so let's say I short the market here, right? I short the market. Can I set a trailing stop now? 10 ticks above us with a buy trailing stop. Okay, I see it. I see this now. Yeah. Okay. This is how it. Okay, I understand this now. This makes sense. Boom. Okay, I got stopped off. Fine. $5 loss is what that should have been. Roughly $5. Or no, it's a trailing stop. So we actually made money. Okay, cool. Yeah. I need a little bit more room than that, I think. But I'm going to keep playing with this. Let's give it 20. Heading into the opening bell, we got 5 minutes. So we enter and then we change it. Oh, wait, that's 10 contracts. We don't want that. We want 1 contract, trailing stop. Trailing stop, 20 ticks above us, 1 contract. Yes. Okay, I figured this out. I got this. And it trails me down. Okay, that's actually really nice. All right, cool. Yeah, and this is Top Step X. Again, 0 commission. So if I do trade micro contracts, right, 74 cents in fees per trade, a tiny amount of fees per trade with micro contracts. It's honestly the best way you could do this. Yeah, there's the link if you want to check them out. Again, they're an affiliate or sponsor of mine. I'm biased. See, this is perfect. This makes perfect sense. Okay. I am going to have to cut this before the opening bell, though. What's your favorite size trailing stop loss, chat? Mine's 20 ticks. I think 20 ticks is reasonable on a micro contract, but I'll have to play with it on regulars. All right, so I think we figured this out. We're just going to go ahead and cut that and just lock the profit in. All right, we figured this out. That's good. So we figured that out. We'll be fine now. Five ticks. Isn't 5 ticks too tight though with this? Right, like just to put this into perspective, right? 0.25 index points. That's a tiny amount for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ moves so quickly. 5 ticks is nothing. You need like 20, 25 ticks, in my opinion, with trailing is what makes the most sense. And we'll start setting these. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left. I'm going to put this in sub-only mode if you haven't already. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right, baby. I love you. All right, so we cracked that low again. All right, guys, here's the opening bell. I think we're green on the day. Let me see. Yeah, we're green. Good. I'll take it. Green is good. Hey guys, so when I have this order window up, I'd rather, whatever. All right, we're going to start the morning with micro contracts this morning. We're going to start early with micro contracts, and we're going to see if we can get better at this. I live a tight life. Top 3 tightest lives ever in the world. Apple crack lows, break it down. Yeah, I mean, Sam, please stop spamming other people who, you know, sorry, I shouldn't have put you in timeout, but, yeah, please just don't promote other YouTubers, bro. Especially ones that stream at the same time as me. You know what I mean? That's just not cool. Anyways. Yeah, I'll have to work on that after stream. All right, guys. So we got 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Super micro is down today. Crazy drop. Crazy drop. All right. So I tend to think we're going to bounce at the opening bell, but here's the open right now, chat. Here's the open right now. All right. That is the opening bell. Very happy to have my Tesla. All right, so market open. NASDAQ's moving. All right, we're cracking lows, breaking down some. All right, look at Nvidia fall. So Nvidia dragging the market down big this morning. All right, Nvidia falling, break it down. All right, we're gonna short this, and again, I'm playing with this. We're gonna set a trailing stop at 20 ticks away. I'm learning how to set trailing stops, guys, so bear with me. It's probably the worst time to set this now at the opening bell, right? Like it's almost certainly going to get hit, but that's okay. I'm working on building it, and so I hope that makes sense. I'm working on doing this. I I tend to think this is a short though, and maybe I should have given it more room. But again, Nvidia is close to all-time highs, so that's the only reason I'm waiting. I'm using Top Step X this morning, guys. Top Step X. I'm going to switch to regular NASDAQ contracts now. And yeah, I think my short position would have worked. Look at that. MicroStrategy pumping up. Where's Bitcoin at the opening bell this morning? Bitcoin at 82.6, 82s roughly. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just practicing though, Detra. So I'm practicing setting trailing stops. I think that's something I'm going to start using more as trailing stops. I'm trying to change my trading around where I'm definitely going to be trading smaller size. And so what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to start taking like 4 contracts of micros as an entry position and trying to take about half the size of a regular NASDAQ contract in the first part of the day. And then after that, I'm going to try to build up cushions and then see what we can get. I think this is a pretty... Let's see. I'm going to short this a little bit early after the opening bell, but that's all right. Whew. Man, terrible. Terrible. Again, I told myself I was going to switch to micro contracts, and I really need to. There we go. See, the thing about it, though, I want to see if Nvidia starts testing lifetime highs, right? Like, that's really what I want to see if it tests. Luckily, we were green on the day heading into that, but man. Yeah, SoFi running up. E-mini's trying to. I'm going to short this up here. I want to start taking 4 contracts of this. 4 contracts. Get my trailing stop in there for 4 contracts. About 20 ticks away. Keep it up there. The problem is it's hard to see what goes on, but that's all right. Ugh. Stopped out. Maybe I'm trying to figure out what's a good distance here. It definitely needs to be bigger than this at the opening bell, considering like the distance here, in my opinion. It's got to be bigger than this. So we're down a couple hundred now on this one, which is all right. Not what we want, but it's all good. Really choppy range at the opening bell, honestly. And Nvidia's starting to flush, like crack lows. Bitcoin just broke highs. Apple's down a lot too. Yeah, and look, everything's starting to fall. Very weird choppy range. Disney hit 100. All right, so stuff's starting to bounce up a little bit, but Nvidia just cracked up. Again, super choppy range. I have to just wait. Watching Apple crack lows again. Look at Apple breakdown, guys. So I'm going to put Apple chart up. It's going to drag these indices down. Look at Apple crack lows down to 233s. Let's see if the weakness shows back up now. Stuff's around lifetime highs, and sometimes those highs can be like a magnet here as well. So it's something that you got to just be really careful about, because sometimes these all-time highs level can push stuff to act like a magnet, if that makes sense. Let's see if we start to flush. There we go. We're so choppy and flat. It's so difficult to see what the market's going to do right now. Wow. Big flush. Nvidia down to 147s. Apple up to 224s. So Apple's trying to hold. Nvidia's down too. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if there's any shorts getting squeezed or what. Honestly, the market's kind of, look how, this is a very weird range here. Like, look how small this is. Again, we're working on NASDAQ contracts in this position. So we're working on taking micro NASDAQ contracts here. And the range looks down. Like, a lot of stuff's weak, but everything's down so much. Bitcoin's up too. So it's hard to really judge what's going to happen here, especially like Nvidia flopping down so much. I'm going to start buying this. We'll take 3 contracts. Set a trailing stop. Sell stop. 30 ticks. Man, just got quickly ticked out there too. I'm getting beat up on this account. I'm actually in another account that I'm green on. A few $100s on the day. So we're 1 for 1 right now. But man, that's some red action coming through. So we got a small little pop. I would short this, to be honest. It looks weak. Nvidia's breaking down. But I think sometimes the obvious move is too obvious here. And there's the crack. Let's see if it holds. Flush down. There's the break. Shorts getting paid here. Such a quick move. So we got a bounce up or just a big breakdown here. I'll put this other trade in. We got a longer term trade on the books right now. Make sure we got it up. We're in the regular NASDAQ here. So I'll show this one. We're up about 290 here. Just going to go ahead and cut that. We made about 300 on that trade, which is nice. Currently in this account, we're up about 6. Yeah, now we're hitting this resistance here. I'm wondering if I should short this or not. We got a cushion on the day. A little bit different of a trade plan here. I'm going to buy this. I have to cut at least half of it there. Unfortunately, I gave back everything I made on that trade already. Or not everything, but close to it. We're still going to be green on the day after this, but not as much green for sure. Yeah, we got to cut it. Apple's starting to look weak. Nvidia's starting to break down too, I think, here. So very close to cutting it. If it starts to get close to that low, I have to get out. I don't want it to hit that low of the day. So I'm trying to be patient with this, but that's better. A lot of indecision. I gotta cut that now, yeah. So now we're down over the last few trades, but still green on this one. Yeah, we're still up about 150. That bearish action is just coming through. Hey, later, Carpenter. Yeah, Bitcoin honestly going crazy this morning too. Bitcoin, MicroStrategy broke 300s. Question is just how long does this bearish action start? Does the volatility get curbed too now? I guess is the other big question. Look at Nvidia just dump down with a massive, massive correction here. Wow. What a weak move for Nvidia, man. I gotta stop and just pause, man. We're getting so much bearish action right now. I guess it makes sense because everything's up so much that like once we start to break, profit taking starts to happen. And so we're green in one account, red in the other. We'll see what we get. But man, definitely not what we wanted. Apple was breaking down with us too, but Nvidia is just correcting all the way down. The question is how much red can we get here? You know, if we get enough, we'll start buying it up. But man, we'll see if we can get something better here and make something back. We're just going to take one contract. I don't think we need more than one today, even though we might want to add to positions. Just based off of the volatility we're getting, one contract is plenty. Look at Apple. Apple's coming back. We'll see if that drags the other indices up. Big, deep red candles for sure the last couple minutes. All right, we're going to get out. We profited a little bit there. We just need some profit. Could be worse. We're up a few hundred on this account. Now we're going to wait. Yeah, the market's pushed up so much over the last couple months that it makes sense that we're going to start breaking down a little bit. It doesn't mean we're going to hold down here, though. Like, this drop is nothing relative to the moves that we've seen over the last couple, like, weeks. This move is nothing, like, absolutely nothing. And so you got to take all that stuff into account and understand this move's tiny. We're going to add to this here. All right, we're up some more. All right, so we just took a little bit more off, made a little $50. Again, we're taking small, steady, tiny wins. See if we can get anything good. I'm gonna buy into this dip now, see if we can average in. Took half off, didn't really get a good fill though. See if we can fix this. And again, this is a challenge account. We'll switch to our actual funded account soon. All right, we took a bad fill on the rest. All right, so we ended up making money on those trades. Yeah, we ended up making money. All right, good. Not the best, though. We're going to keep playing with it. Man, look at this red candle coming in. Wow. I got out just in time. I think this is going to go up right now, actually, personally, but I'm not confident enough to take it. Well, I don't think you should ever average losses one, but I think trading on challenge combine accounts is different than a funded account. So I think trading on a funded account is different than this, you know. And so I think it's just different, brother. I think like when you're doing this, you're trying to get funded, and so you have to take more risks than normal. I think if you're trading an actual account, you should never add to it. It's just too much risk doing that. And I might be wrong about my bounce. Again, maybe it's probably a good thing I didn't trust it enough. Apple's starting to test lows too. I'm watching Apple, Nvidia, the S&P. Look at Nvidia down here though. Nvidia got close to lifetime highs, or actually Nvidia broke lifetime highs, didn't it? 149.70s is the new lifetime highs. Hit it on Friday. So Nvidia got close to all-time highs. Didn't quite break it though. But Nvidia's down a lot. All right, so we just made another $60 or $70, it looks like. So we're doing good. We're up like 300 roughly. Yeah, we're up like 300 in this account. Down in another one. The trend is definitely on the downside here too. Hmm. Are we going to crack lows again here, chat? I don't know. Why the heck did it enter 5? Yes, we got this little flat range, but it really just depends on what Apple does. Apple honestly just cracked lows again. And we'll see how much everything can go down. But man, Apple just cracked lows again. All right, we got ourselves green in the other account too. We're kind of playing with that one off screen. But we're getting really choppy action here. We're green in both of the accounts, and 2 of them at least, that we've been playing off screen. Amazon and Meta look weak. Hey, nice. T. Good job, bro. Now we're testing these lows again, man. Look at this. Coming all the way back down again. It's so hard to tell, though. Look at Nvidia flush down. So Nvidia looks weak. The shorting seems almost too obvious, but like look at Nvidia coming back down too, though. Look at this. So here's Nvidia. Let me get this. I don't want this. Oh. Yeah. Look at Nvidia falling down, and this might drag the NASDAQ down with it, but yeah, so now we're up a few hundred in both of these. Shorting is where, like, I think the biggest edge is right now, but I think we also have the extension on the downside too, so maybe it's on the upside. I don't know. Nvidia just cracked lows again, though. That's the only thing that makes me kind of worried about Nvidia and dragging the influence of the dragging influence of all the other indices. Wow. We're so choppy right now, guys. Look at the range of this last 5 candlesticks, and we don't have any economic data or anything today. Look at this. Look at the range of these last 5 candlesticks. I just want a horizontal ray. Look at this, or a horizontal line. Look at that. That's literally the whole range we got right now. Yeah, it's just, not promoting other channels, Sam. Again, brother, I appreciate you being here. It's just, don't promote them again, please. Nothing against you. It's just a rule that I have. I got to follow it. Apple cracked lows. MicroStrategy flat. Bristol Myers ended up coming down. Look at that dip too. Bottom of the range. Wow, look at this red action come through. We don't even have any economic data today either. Ugh. Oof. Just getting punished. Wow. What a drop, man. Definitely you don't love to see it. I'm going to cover a piece of this since it retraced some, but man, this will make us down. We're really not down that much, actually. All things considered, I'm going to cut this here. Let me see, what are we down? Yeah, we're now down 165 on the day. So it could be worse. It could be worse. I should have just been trading the trend, but we did get that trend break too. Yeah, we'll have to stick around. What else do I have? Nvidia just skirts around its lows. What a big upwick rejection here. Still flushing. The range is so boring right now, man. I'm trying to do my best. We're kind of flat at everything. We're up small in one. We're down small in the other. Maybe I should be trading micros today. The bond market is closed. It is Veterans Day. That might be influencing the volatility that we get. I just think the upside range is so much more obvious just based off of how much down we are, you know. Cracking down some now. Hopefully you guys are making some money here. Better than me today. Cracking lows again, huh? Yeah, we're sitting right around this low. The question is, do we break this eventually? Like, we're right at it. I think it's almost too obvious, but who freaking knows? All right, we'll switch to this one in which we're up 450 on the day or so, give or take. We're up about 450 a day on this one. You can kind of see the P&L going back and forth here a lot, but we're up about 450. Pretty good trades, but you know, it's hard to tell. This is kind of no man's land where we've broken down so much. There's some extension on the downside, but we're also in a obvious downward trend that we've been in since the opening bell. So like which way we go here is really difficult to gauge. I'll probably just get out of here and you know, come back tomorrow. I'll let you guys know how these go. Remember, guys, not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. We always make your own assessment. You always got to make your own assessment, trade responsibly. I might trade off stream. You're not going to see all my trades. Understand CFTC 4.41. Hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations. I love you all. You'll have a great day. And yeah, we'll see how we get tomorrow. Again, if you want to check out Top Step, trade with me. Great way to learn how to day trade. It's really the best for learning how to day trade. Most day traders lose. And so instead of funding your own account and risking thousands, try this out. This is what you see me trading on today. Wanted to trade a little bit of my funded account, but the volatility was rough. And so I don't think I would have done well on my actual funded account. So I'll put this up if you want to check it out. They're an affiliate of mine. I'm biased, but I'll be back tomorrow bright and early. I'll see you guys then. Good luck, chat. See you guys later.